If I was starting my niche fragrance collection all over again from the beginning, from scratch, what are the first 5 fragrances I would have in my collection? Find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose here at Osme Perfumery. And this video kind of follows up on another theme I just had about kind of learning now that I've been collecting for a long time and what I wish I knew then. And this is a video that is very interesting to me, and I hope it will be great and useful for you, especially for those of you who are just starting out your niche fragrance journey. This is going to be a video about the first 5 perfumes that I would purchase, knowing what I know now, if I were starting my fragrance journey all over again. And this is very tough because I literally, there's probably 100 I could name that would easily do the job, okay? That would be excellent choices. But of course, this is a YouTube video and I'm trying to curate down to a small list that makes it manageable for everybody. And I will say, coming in, honorable mention, because this is always in the top for me of all my favorite and best fragrances. Coming in, honorable mention would be Oudin from Xerjoff. This is just hands down a fragrance that it's fresh, so you always need a good fresh fragrance to start your collection, but it's not like a freshy designer, a designer freshie. This is got this amazing kind of grapefruit opening, but it's got some coffee in the heart. It's got some leather. It's got so much like sparkle to it. It is absolutely a compliment getter. It lasts all day. If again, you're looking for those longer fragrances that last 10 hours or so, this is a fragrance, totally versatile, extremely versatile, the most versatile probably in my personal collection. So this is a fragrance, if you don't own it already, shame on you, you should have it. All right, next I'm gonna go, and this is gonna be in no particular order because again, all 5 are what I would recommend for starting my niche collection, or you if you're starting now. This next one is, and I'll just call it number 5, is Bergamot. Make sure, yes. Bergamot from Orto Parisi. Sadly, despite smelling this for many years and having samples that I went through, I just finally added this to my collection maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and it's already a hit for me. This is the name, it's bergamot and musk. Obviously there's other notes in there, but think of this as a kind of fresh, a little bit citrus from the bergamot, which is like a variation of an Italian orange essentially. It's crisp, it's light, but it's got this musk that just lasts all day. I'm guessing it's probably one of the synthetic white musks, which are really good in perfumery as far as aroma chemicals go, synthetic notes that just give extreme length and longevity to a fragrance. But this one, it even gets a little sexy, so I think there's a little animalic musk in there also. Just simple, but straightforward. And these are the perfect type of fragrances to have in your collection when you're starting out. Something that doesn't overdo it, but also gives you a little bit of mysteriousness, a little bit of again, that animalic musk that just, you know, makes things a little bit daring for you. All right, next, and for those of you, of course, who watch my channel know, this is one of my all-time favorites. And that would be Desired from Elixir. Desired from Elixir, the little gold bottle, don't let it fool you. This thing is sexiness in a bottle. Whether it comes to date night, whether it comes to first date, whether it comes to going out on the town, this is the perfect fragrance to wear at nighttime. It is a compliment getter. It's got some oud, so I wanted to have a fragrance in these 5 that uses oud, but this is an oud that's not gonna be an animalic, stinky oud. This is gonna be one that's very smooth. It's just a touch of it to help round out the other notes. Some nice saffron at the beginning gives it a spicy opening. But this is probably also, for those who want long-lasting fragrances, probably the longest lasting fragrance in my collection. I get 12 to 15 hours, no lie, on my skin with this. So even though it's only a 30 ml bottle, which obviously is kind of small, that 30 ml, this bottle lasts me way longer than most bottles because it only takes a few sprays for this to really get the job done and last all day. All right? Next, one of the newer fragrances, hype machine, but it lives up to it, and that is Godifier. Godifier, you know, you guys have seen me talk about this from Stefan Humbert Lucas. This is one of those fragrances some people love to hate, I think, maybe because it does get such a hype about it, but it's just one of those fruity, great unisex special fragrances that comes along like an Herba Pura or a heroin that just, and of course I say heroin, I don't mean the drug. I mean the fragrance from Bodicea the Victorious. But this is, you know, I've done videos on this already. If you've seen them, there's a lot of hype behind this. I initially was not a believer. Maurice kind of dared me and said, look, you gotta try it, give it a shot. I tried it. The first time I wore it, not that I'm looking for compliments, I literally was in an elevator and 3 dudes were like right there and like, man, whatever you're smelling, that is amazing. Or not whatever you're smelling, whatever you're wearing, that is amazing. So this is, again, if you like that kind of fruity, you know, some people would say it lends a little bit more feminine. This is very much a unisex fragrance. This works extremely well for both men and women. So if you want a fragrance that you know other people are gonna love and you wanna wear out to any event, or you wanna wear where other people are gonna be around and you are looking for compliments, there's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you're looking for, then you need Godifier in your collection. Next, this comes down to the, I guess I would say number 2. And you know, this was a tough one. I was trying to think of a fragrance from Arquiste, which I recently did a video on, said that is right now my favorite house because there's not one fragrance that I've smelled, and I've smelled well over 15. There's not one from that house that I don't like, literally. It's the only house I can say about I like every single one I've smelled. So this one, I'm gonna go with Poe, because Poe to me is a little bit of an outlier in some of the other fragrances. A lot of the fragrances I have from them are a little bit darker, sexier, animalic, whether it be Elle, whether it be Non Bon, Misfit, Architects Club, the new one, Indigo Smoke, which is like a smoky Souchong Lapsang tea. This is the ultimate skin fragrance. And if you like that smell of warm, kind of sexy skin, clean, this is a fragrance for you. And the reason why I picked it is this is really good for when you're gonna be, say, getting intimate or close with the person you love. This is a fragrance, when they smell it on you and they get in close, it absolutely drives people crazy. I've just seen this work. It's very, very effective. And it's also a great fragrance just to wear all day long. It's gonna be one that you can wear anywhere because it's not gonna offend people. It's not gonna overpower people, but it is gonna be one that when they get in close and it draws them in, they're gonna be like, what are you wearing? It is really unique, and it's unique for his collection from Arquiste. So Poe would be one that I have if I were starting over again. And lastly, I'm gonna go with Fragrance du Bois. This was a tough one. I was trying to decide between London Spice and New York Intense. And it really could be a tie here because London Spice is a wonderful fresh fragrance, but New York Intense is, you know, the one I ultimately decided to go with. It is New York City in a bottle, summertime, heat coming off the sidewalks, alleyways with shade and sun and maybe some smell of the street all mixed in. This is kind of dirty, it's kind of sweaty, but it's sexy all in one. And New York Intense really just captures New York so exceptionally well. Fragrance du Bois, to me, is one of my favorite niche houses. Great fragrance that is gonna be an occasion, again, for dates, for meetings, when you wanna stand out, you wanna be recognized, meaning people are gonna smell it, and they're gonna probably ask you, hey, what are you wearing? That's that type of fragrance, New York Intense. So anyways, that's it. Let me know, guys, what are some of the fragrances that if you were starting over with your collection that you would add. These are 5 essentials for me. And again, there's lots of others, but it's fun to do a video where you have to cut it down. I'll be back soon with another video. As always, thank you guys for watching. And I think I have a, I've got a bomber back here. Yeah, what's up?
How you doing, guys? No,
Yeah.
just saying hello.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, Maurice jumps in, you know, walking around here, just
working.
yeah. He's busy while I'm filming videos, so. Again, I'll be back with another video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, love, and perfume.